and welcome to our Easter themed video. So today I think we're going to do a nice little like collage of Easter eggs, a little bit of grass, and I might do some little flowers on the cheeks just to make it all cohesive. And we are going to be using our usual little paint palette. Yeah, so basically I'm going to just stick with like the nice like bright like blues, pinks, and then I might do a purple one or an orange. You can use whatever colour you want, but yeah, this is your chance to go wild. We are going to do 3 little eggs. I've got my little pot of water, and so we have got these little brushes, but if you do have thinner ones I would try and recommend it just for this part, just for the grass. So I'm using this little brush here. I'm going to dip in my water and dip it into this shimmery green shade, and what we're going to do is start painting the grass like over our eyebrows. Now get rid of the eyebrows, give it the illusion that it is real grass. So I'm just coating the brush. Again, we're just going to make a nice little paste in the pan, and then once that's all covered I'm going to start in the centre and just start flicking up. You can see what I'm doing. I'm just creating the little grass lines, and don't worry about going over your eyebrows. You want them to be nice and green anyway. And you can make the grass as thick as you want. Now, just need to add a little bit more water. You want to make sure your paint is always like a paste consistency, just so it doesn't go too sheer on the skin. And keep doing little strokes and pull it all the way up. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to literally paint over my eyebrows to make the base as green as possible. And I'm going to paint over, and it's like a nice cute little shimmery green as well, isn't it? So, oh, Easter vibes. Now add more paint, painting right over the eyebrows, and then flicking up to make the little strands of grass. Just going to paint over the other eyebrow just to hide them. So still going in, and then creating the little strands of grass. You don't want to take the grass too high either, because we still need to fit our Easter eggs on the top. As I say, if you do have the original brush, dip it in the water, put it in the paint, and just make sure it's nice and thin, like so. So you can just go like that. This is just to show that you can use any brush really, just whatever you find easier. So I'm going to leave it at that for now. So that's like a base of our grass. So I've got another little brush here. You can just clean yours off. I think I want my main egg pink just to go against the green. So I'm going to wet the brush, and I'm going to go in with this like pinky purpley shade because this one's nice and shiny. So what I'm going to do is make a little paste in there. And just really work it in to get the most pigment possible. And then what I'm going to do is start making the egg shape. So eggs are like a little bit thinner at the top and fat at the bottom. So this is what we need to do. So I'm going to start at the top, just do little lines, making it wider at the bottom, and then I'm going to stop when I get to the grass, and then I'm going to go over this side and join the top. Like so. And then what I'm going to do is make the top a little bit thinner. This takes major concentration. So just take your time with getting the shapes Perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do is going to clean this brush off, and we're going to let the outline of that dry first, because we are going to add patterns. So I'm going to dry that brush off. So nice and clean again, and I'm going to go in with the orange shade. So I'm going to make a nice little paste. So just this little orange shade here. I'm going to make a paste in that little pink pan, making sure to coat both sides of the brush. And then I'm going to do a little egg leaning against that one. So I'm going to start at the bottom. And go around like that. And then I'm going to just join it onto the side of the pink egg, because you want it to look like this egg is sitting behind the pink one. So, like this. And this is a trust the process kind of painting. My brush is wobbly, look at that. Right, so I'm going to clean this brush off again in the water, make sure it's dry and the orange is off, and then I think I'm going to put a blue one here. So again, wet the brush, I'm going to go in with the bright blue, this colour, and I'm going to make a little paste in the pan. So now that's done, I'm going to have this egg facing like towards that way. So what I'm going to do is start here and make the egg point away, and then from out the grass join onto the top there, just like so. I'm going to pull down and make it sit in the grass. So now we have our 3 outlines. So, oh, can we see what that looks like? Right, so now what I'm going to do is go back to this. So what I think I'm going to do is make this stripy. So I'm going to do stripes with our shimmery, like pinky purple, the shimmery pinky purple, and then the bright purple. So I'm going to take both brushes, so I need to clean off my other brush. Obviously, this is where you can do whatever you want. Like, you can do spots, zigzags, you can just fill it all in one colour. It's completely up to you. So I'm going to take the bigger brush, dip it in water and make a paste in the shimmery pinky purple colour, the one that we originally made the egg. And I'm going to just start doing little lines across. And I'm going to make them quite thick because we want to make sure we can actually see the stripes, the different colours. We don't want them to blend just because they're quite similar. And just go right across like so. You see? And then when I get to the bottom, I'm just going to fill in a little bit between the grass, just so it looks like the stripes continue. I'm going to clean off my brush, and then I'm going to leave that there for now because we want that to dry before we add the next colour, because we don't want them to start mixing. So I'm going to clean off my brush, and then I think with this one I'm going to do yellow. Am I? No, I'm going to do red spots. I am. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my thin brush, dip it in and make a paste in the red paint. And just like this. Make sure it's nice and thick so it's not going to run. And I'm just going to do little circles. I said make sure it's thick so it doesn't run. And I did it too runny. So I'm just going to do little circles like so. Again, you can do absolutely anything you want, any colour scheme. It's just yours to run with. And I'm just going to do a little small one there, maybe one over here. And then once that's dry, we'll go around with the orange face paint. I'm going to clean off the thin brush again, wet the brush, make a paste in the yellow. Then I'm going to do a zig zigzag pattern along. So that is really light, so what I'm going to do is going to keep going over it until I'm happy with the colour. I'm only going to do one zigzag anyway, so it's not too worrying. I'm going to keep going over again and again until I feel like you can see it enough. Because then once the blue goes around it, I think that's going to stand out. Fingers crossed. So, I'm going to clean off that brush. Then we're going to go back to our thicker brush. And then the deep blue, so between the blue and the green. Right, so I'm just going to keep patting that on. And then this one, but don't forget we've got to kind of go through the grass as well to make it look like it's sitting behind it. So just pull down and ta-da! So I am going to go over that blue again once it's dry, just to try and make it look a little bit more opaque, but for now we can see an Easter egg. And then I'm going to take the thinner brush and then I'm going to fill in round the spots on this side. I'm just going to make a little paste in the orange again. And just go round these little dots. Like this. And you just want to take your time when you're doing this because you don't want to lose the colour of the red. Need a bit more water. Don't forget you can always go over it anyway. And it's just about having fun. Getting creative. Like that. So I'm going to wipe off my brush and go in with the bright blue colour and start filling in around this zigzag, and hopefully we'll start to see the zigzag of like the yellow colour. It's a little bit like a Harry Potter's card, isn't it? My colour's my Harry Potter egg. And then just lightly go around and fill that in like this. See, blue makes the yellow pop. So again, just gonna do this side as well. I'm gonna go around the zigzag, being careful not to draw over the pink one. And pulling down like that. Fabulous. Like this. So while I'm here, I'm gonna take the same brush in a darker blue, just re-go over this little section here and here. That's better, isn't it? Right, and then see, it's coming together. And then I'm going to wash the brush again and then get a little bit of the red and just re-go over the red part. Like that. And I'm just using like a bit of a dabbing motion rather than swiping the paint, because I feel like if you dab it, it goes on a little bit thicker and more opaque. So they're going to stand out a little bit more, aren't they? And like these. Going over all the spots we did before. Like that. Yes. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is we're going to do a bit of a mixing. So we're going to mix a bit of the black, like this black here, and we're going to mix it in with our green. So you can just use this bit like to mix the colours, or Just mix in the pan and make sure you get a wet wipe afterwards and just wipe over, just so the colours don't stay mixed. But I'm just going to dab into the green and then a little bit into the black and just make a little bit of a mixture just to get a bit of a darker green. And just say, yeah, like that, and then we're going to start to flick through and get some darker bits of grass. And then it just, again, makes the eggs look a little bit more like they're sitting behind the grass rather than on top of it. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm just going to make it extra thick here, just so that it blends in a little bit more with the eyebrows. Wow, love it. Okay, so now I'm going to do little flowers. So for this, I'm going to take the thin brush and the yellow shade. I'm going to mix that into a nice little paste. I'm just going to do random little, can you see? I know it's hard to see on camera, but little yellow dots. I'm going to say 3 on each cheek. And just like this. Can you see them? And then the same on this side. And then I'm going to do the colours to match the colours of the egg. So I'm going to do 1 pink, 1 blue, and 1 orange. I feel like actually, sorry, I'm going to go in and do a 4th. I'm going to do 4 flowers on each one. Fab. So now that's done, I'm going to wash off that brush. So then what I'm going to do is clean off the bigger brush from before. And then this is where you can do different types of flowers. So I'm going to rinse that one off. And then because this one's quite rounded, obviously if yours is the flatter one, you might just want to do little lines coming off. I'm going to use this and use this as like the petal shape. So I'll start off with the blue. I'm just going to make a little paste. So then what I'm going to do is go around the flower. I'm going to stamp on little petals all the way around, pulling in towards the flower to try and keep the rounded edge. I'm going to keep pulling and stamping the colour on. Right, and then just go back over to deepen the colour. And again, this is for you to do as many flowers as you want, whatever colours you want. Just go, you could do multicoloured flowers even. How cute is that? Love it. Okay. So then I'm going to stick with the blue while the brush is blue. And then I'm going to go over to this side. And I'm going to make this one blue. And pull down. Pull down. Pull in. And see how to make the little round shaped petals. This is exactly what you want. Like this. And I am just going to go over the yellow at the end. What I will show you is a way to do the petals with this brush. So I'm dipping it in water. And I'm going to go for the shimmery pinky colour. I'm going to make a paste in the pan. So it gets nice and thick. And I'm going to make sure the brush is flat. And what I'm going to do is, using a little bit of the brush, don't use the full brush otherwise the petals will be too long. So just use a little bit of the brush to do little lines all the way around the petal. And this way you can make little thin petals all the way around. Just using the edge of the brush. This way will take longer, but it still gets you some nice cute petals. And you just want to be very patient with doing this part. You can see the concentration in my face is unbelievable. So I'm gonna keep doing all different petals in different directions, and you should get a little flower like that. So then I'm gonna stamp my brush in again and do it on this side. So pulling it down, pulling it down. And if you feel like you haven't got enough room for this many flowers, just do 1 or 2. You don't have to do 4. I think I just got a little bit excited, to be honest. And just flip the brush over to the other side. And keep adding petals. Look, how cute's that? I love that. I think that's my favourite flower. Oh, I think that's my favourite flower. Right, okay. I'm going to do more of these ones. Wash the brush and make a little paste in the orange. Again, making sure to coat all sides of the brush, so you can use it all for the flower petals. Like so. Nice and flat. And I'm going to start doing little petals all the way around. I think I might do a green flower as well. So, going all the way around. And remember, try not to press too hard, because if you press too hard, the petals might go a bit big and then they'll all start merging together. And I know that because I've just done that there. So what I'm going to do is, with my other brush, just because I've got it handy, I'm just going to go in with a bit of the yellow and just clean that up a little bit because I've gone a bit too far in. And just like that. And then I'll do the other side. This one. I feel like the orange is the brightest, so I want it to be near the front. Not all flowers are going to be like perfectly, like with the perfect petals are. So I think I am going to do a green flower. So the green petals, just because it's a nice shimmery colour, and then it'll blend in with the grass. I think it'll match with the grass then. So again, clean my brush, tap it in. And this one's just going to be a nice little quick one. And nice and small. Brush over. Like that. And then other side. So this is the finished face paint. I have just added a little clear gloss. Just remember to have fun with it. Like, it's just a bit of fun. Get creative with your colours and your patterns. Add more eggs, add more flowers. You can go as wild as you want with it, but this is just the one I created myself. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope everyone had a lovely Easter, and thank you for watching. Bye!